not going there.
Karma's a bitch.
Don't panic.
Hello, everyone. Do not panic, but Onpassive has been down now for 12 days. I hope all of you are having a fabulous, fabulous day today. And as I stated, the website is still down. Day 12, you try to log in, and you still get the same message. Again, you only get it if you try to log in. So I find that to be quite interesting. Because, if you just go to the website, it doesn't say anything actually on the website. Like, hey, we're down for maintenance or anything of the sort. It's just a very badly formatted website. Onpassive is about to go live, and allegedly Ash Mufareh is going to be coming on today. I don't know if he's going to give us an update. We could only hope. We can only hope that we're getting an update. They like to Photoshop Ash's head onto as many bodies as possible. I think maybe they were having a contest. He's been many things, including Navy, Marines, sailors, Superman. That was one. That was a good one. Yes, the Onpassive scam. Stop coming here. Onpassive is on. No, it's off. It has been off now for 12 days. We are entering 12 days any second. So, I hope that Ash is going to at least have something to say to everyone. Let's just refresh and make sure maybe they started. No, they have not started yet. But you will notice that their chat is very, very busy. I find that to be interesting. I really do. Find it interesting how busy the chat is and what people say in these chats. It's always the same thing. Lots of pink hand wavings, as always. Gotta love the pink hand wavings. And lots of hellos. They basically just all come in to say hello to each other. Do hand pink wavings. A lot of people don't understand why they all do this. And it's because they were told that they will be rewarded for their engagement and their loyalty. And the only way that you could really prove your loyalty here, especially with the website being down and everything being down right now, is to get noticed during one of these webinars. Hey, and Onpassive are having serious issues with their data migration. I'm pretty sure they have massive cache problems. Probably. Hello? Hello, Violet. Good to see you. It would be kind of funny if that happened, Salami. Imagine. Oh, and Wes is here with angry frowny faces. Yes, there was somebody putting a bunch of them in one of the streams the other day. It was kind of funny. I was like, what are they doing? They've been doing shining the lights on, people that you don't really see often. Like Susie McCrae. Because, you don't hear from Susie McCrae that often. So we had to do a shining the light on Susie McCrae, which I found to be quite redundant, but maybe that's just me. I feel like if they're doing a shining the light, originally they said that they were going to be shining the light on people that you don't see often. So, I was expecting all new faces. But they've done like Collins Manna, like now Susie. I'm like, oh, we're not really seeing people that we haven't heard from 100 times, If you are an O founder in Onpassive, feel free to ask your questions. You are allowed to ask questions here. It's a done deal. Do or die. Right? So, do or die. Do or die. People should ask Marty to prove that he truly believes in Onpassive by giving up his social security. If Marty doesn't do that, that means that he doesn't believe that Onpassive is a real business. That'd be interesting. Pink hand wavings. Here we go again. Pink hand, in it to win it, do or die, blah, 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 ground. Where's Mike Ellis? Mike Ellis has a job, so he hasn't been able to appear at all of the webinars that we're used to.
Onpassive 360. Yes, sir, Bob.
Oh, here we go.
I want to welcome everybody and thank you very much. We are on the top.live if you want to find us on
Lovely.
YouTube. So it goes to random 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 channels. So we're out there somewhere. But anyway, thank you for coming. A little bit of what's been going on for me and Chris. As you know, we've been doing Shine the Light. Today we had Susie McRae, and it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of them are really unbelievable.
Sure.
We're having Bone Crusher Smith sometime soon, who was the heavyweight champion of the world. He first won to go 12 rounds, right, Chris? With Tyson.
He's our very first celebrity in Onpassive, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it went viral.
Who knew him?
Vernon
Hale. Yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody that's been taking part in Shine the Light, by the way, because it's a lot of fun. We can't wait for Connect to get back because we can do a bigger group.
Yeah.
And because that's a lot more fun. People can bring friends in, like if everybody kind of teams up, right? It's natural, and you can bring your whole team in, which works out pretty well. So we got some people lined up already, and then we're doing one-on-ones throughout the week if we can. As you can see, Chris is not home. He's up north of where he lives, bothering somebody.
Different painting behind me, see?
Different pairs, yeah.
Not apples, pears.
Yeah, pairs. But anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Red. I'll be back on. We got 3,500 people already. That was quick. And here's Redfern.
Redfern. There you go. Thanks very much, Marty. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. Nice and relaxed, actually. You're obviously enjoying your vacay up wherever it is up there. Got a bit of a tan as well going on there. Very good. You enjoy yourself. Okay, let's try my hardest to do a bit of a week in review for you. Obviously, not having our OES and O-founders makes life a little bit harder, but there is always something going on behind the scenes. We had this reconfirmation as well, didn't we, from our CEO last Wednesday when we saw him. He reiterated what we've all been saying, that just because we're not seeing from our point of view, looking at Onpassive from a user's point of view, does not mean to say that things aren't happening behind the scenes. So let's take you all the way back then to last Wednesday, the 3rd of July. And we had 360 once again, and our CEO came on to update us with how things were progressing as far as the migration, etc. Myself and Marty did a recap the next day for those of you who missed 360 or wanted a bit more clarification about what our CEO was saying. And that is on our channels, on our YouTube channels, if you want to go and check that out. I also want to thank again our quartet for letting us have the notes. Now, for those of you saying, well, we haven't had these notes, where are they? How can we get them? Quite frankly, we did not want to put them outside of the Onpassive area. They normally only go in the O-founders back office, so it is for founders only, even though we subsequently listen to them, read them, and then we put them into our own language and do our live recaps from them. What we didn't want to do is to put that written form out there on the internet, and so expect the same will be happening after today for tomorrow, etc. So please don't ask where the notes are, because until we get our O-finders back, then they won't be posted out in public anywhere else. So, like I said, Ash came on Wednesday. Thursday was not only did we do a recap, but it was also the 4th of July. Obviously, Independence Day from the UK, and George the second or third, I think it was, in 1764, I believe. So congratulations to you guys. I hope you had some good barbecues and fireworks and festivities and enjoyed yourselves immensely. Fair play to UK. We have given so many countries their independence and a reason to have a party. So at least we've done something right over the years. So that's pretty good news to be able to give all these countries a good one day a year. What else happened then? We also had a bit of an update on our onpassive.com website. For those of you who are eagle-eyed, you would have noticed that a couple of the tabs at the top of onpassive.com have been missing, namely the careers tab and the blog tab. They've been taken away. Now people are saying, well, why they've been taken away? I like to see those and see what was going on. Part of this migration that we're on about, remember what our CEO said? He said that we are obviously spending an awful lot of money with AWS services, which is Amazon, and we want to try and reduce that cost. And obviously, the more tabs and web pages that we have data on AWS services, the more money it costs our company. And whilst this migration is going on, there's no need to have those in there at the moment, but I'm sure once we get back going again, all those tabs that we used to be seeing on onpassive.com will be coming back down as well. Also, another thing as well, have you noticed on onpassive.com, and this came about on Friday, the 5th, is that the page down, okay, normally on that very first front page, you should be able to scroll up and down and maybe have 2 or 3 other pages. Now there's just one single page, and you navigate the rest of what you're seeing via the tabs at the top or the little button to the right-hand side. Okay, so that's just for your information on that as well. So Saturday the 6th then, what happened over the weekend? In fact, it was a very busy weekend in Onpassive for various reasons. First one was there was a very short interview with one of our founders and our COO, Mohammed Kamal, in Dubai. Him and another founder managed to get a meeting with Mohammed Kamal, and he really did give us a few bits of very interesting bits and pieces of information. Very short, very sweet, but very interesting nonetheless. Again, if you want to listen to what he has to say in his entirety, then guys, it's on most of our websites. So please just pick one of the YouTube channels and you will be able to see it there. Also, late Friday night into Saturday morning, depending where you are located in the globe, our CEO joined OTech Pros on their channel, and it was really, really interesting. Not only did the OTech Pro guys do a fantastic job, along with engineer Mike as well. He was on there.
Might hurt too, Mohammed.
It really was a very interesting, informative meeting with our CEO. Why? Because he approached what is happening from a different angle. He said this right at the beginning. Let me give you this on a different way. One of the very interesting parts for me that came out of that was him explaining about migration, that it's mainly back end for the back end of Onpassive rather than the front end. The technical term is the workings of Onpassive as far as the data, etc., that make everything that we see work. That's there. It's getting migrated so that it can cope with what we are expecting to happen in Onpassive. Has to be done now before the influx. If you remember, again, information from our CEO over the last 6 months to a year, he told us that we now have 3 million users within the ecosystem. That happened very, very
Well, not
quickly
anymore.
and really without trying very hard. Now, when we get going again, we need to double, triple, quadruple that capacity because of the influx of people that are going to come into Onpassive just from maybe a very short period of time of advertising. You know, I would not be surprised if we get up to the 10 million mark almost within a couple of months. And we need to make sure that whatever products, services, and data that we're using needs to be able to cope with all these people coming in. So that was very informative, all that information that we got from us. Just a lot more
Not
stuff.
really.
Again,
Informative?
you're there and you can read, listen all about it. Sunday then. What happened on Sunday? We had a another interview with all of our Indian brothers and Mohammed Kamal. Really, really, really good information. It was on for about an hour or so. They were asking very good questions, our Indian leaders over there, and it is certainly worth going and have a listening to. That was on Sunday. I've listened to it now twice. Many of you have listened to it more than twice to get the information from Mohammed Kamal of how things are progressing. And he gave us a really big insight, didn't he, to what how this process is going, the people who are working in the background, the IT guys, how things are evolving and what to expect when we get going. But he kept on reiterating, we're refining, we're getting better at everything we're doing. Being part of Onpassive is such an important thing, and they're working for us and all that. It really was a very good interview. On Monday then, nothing happened on Monday. And on Tuesday, we had a message through Marty and the rest of us here from our CEO asking us for what, in our view, what we would like to see for the first 3 products coming out when everything gets back going again. I'm happy to report that they've now got enough information. Okay, guys, so please don't send any more in. You've all done an amazing job. Close to 7,000 just to me alone without anybody else. But one thing it really did show to me was how many of you are engaged in what is happening in Onpassive. You know, that is a big number of people who took the time to write an email with their selection of what they wanted and the reasons behind it. All this information has been fed back to the corporate, and now that they got a really good idea of what we think. And I thought it was a breath of fresh air.
Distractions.
A CEO of a company to want to know our views and what we thought as far as these products are concerned. And here we are on Wednesday, and I shall recap what's been happening today next week. That's it from me. Back to Chris, I think.
Didn't you say you wanted those to keep coming, Red?
No.
Oh, no. I would know. I'm just kidding you. I want to thank Julie Wen also. To be honest, I was kind of off that day, so luckily I only got 3 emails. It was very nice. But Julie Wen, appreciate your help for that too. Red and Marty also. Like Red said, a lot of people paid attention, plugged in, and that was just off the 2 lives that Red and Marty did. So that was very, very good. And I suggest anyone to watch our lives on a daily basis, even shining the light, because you never know, we might have something, and we're always going to put it out here. I want to wish Karina Lance a happy birthday. And there's a couple other birthdays out there.
And don't forget to do the birthdays.
To you. There's a long list today. I know Karina very well. There's a Julian, her birthday is today, but I do want to say some special prayers today. Since we have this many people on here, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's over 5,000, but please keep in your prayers Miss Robin Noble, Rob Gorman, Peter Rogers,
Uh-huh.
and Tony Monk. They all have things going on in their families right now. If you can,
my God,
shoot them a
stop
nice
blasting
message,
people's trauma.
encouraging, and I guarantee they would absolutely love that. So keep them in your prayers. I don't have a lot today, but I know that up here,
I don't do that.
It's not really a vacation, but it is.
I have people going through stuff.
It's the most relaxing,
but it's not my
I'm
business
in,
to
and my
bring it up
mind
out
is
here.
so relaxed that I keep forgetting to think a little bit here. But it's the whole idea of this is I sit on a deck, I look at a lake.
Not really.
And I start thinking what my life would be like if it was always like that. Somewhere that I want to be, just enjoying myself, watching other people enjoy themselves. My son was talking to me this morning and he said, Dad, have no fear. I said, no fear to me is to be able to get in that RV and drive forever and never have to worry about putting gas in that tank.
Yeah, he back home
just
now.
Go. And a lot of this, I like saying the freedom of Onpassive, what it's going to give us. It's taken a lot of dedicated hard work from Mr. Mufareh, his family, and his team. And I have nothing but 100% respect for that. All of us do, of what they're doing, because there's nobody in my life that's worked as hard for me. And I think everyone should think about that a little bit. Why I'm up here vacationing or whatever you want to call it, that guy is working his tail end off, and he's going. Business as usual, moving forward. We don't see everything. And when Ash comes on, he has something new. I'm sure he's going to tell us. But the thing is knowing that we can all sit back and relax. And this is for everyone right now. No matter what you're going through, sit back and relax and watch this happen. Watch this unfold. Many of you have seen this for years. And like I said, I'm excited about it. And I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to sing in this guy right here. I call my brother. And it's, you got a friend indeed. You got a friend indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, your brother. Our friend,
let's see if he says anything important.
Nothing still. Ash Mufareh.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Absolutely, loud and clear.
Happy birthday, Karina Lanz, and our prayers to Rob Gorman, Robin Noble, and you said the third one was
Peter Rogers.
Peter Rogers in UK, and Tony Monk.
Tony Monk.
I was going to say there was 4.
It will get better. There are good days, there are bad days in life. I hope you're doing okay today. A while ago, I said we probably have the worst in this journey behind us. And I was wrong. So things continue to
spaghetti
challenges. I'm sorry if it's my background or are you good? Okay, perfect. So so things actually there was another level of intensity and challenges, and I'm very, very grateful for that. That put the pressure for us to navigate, I would say more stable and sustainable solutions for the long term. So we went through some different exercises, and I'm happy that happened. So we could be on one side experiencing at the moment some of the most challenges times in our journey so far. On the light side, I want to remind you about the attitude. As long as you are determined and you have a good will and intention, and you want to do the right things, even if it sounds hard, you're always going to be blessed by the guidance of God to go to probably a better direction than you think, because we're human and we're limited in our ability.
Yes, God messed up the migration.
But, our Creator has a broader vision,
Jesus!
and and I am at ease for whatever selection he chose for us. Either way is going to be better. I know that because sometimes it's good to hit rock bottom, like really to hit the harder you hit the bottom, the bigger you bounce back and you
That's why you love
launch
us.
higher and higher. So we have to be respectful to your intelligence, to the transparency that we always advocate here. We are in going through some challenges in different areas in the business. That is true, but it doesn't mean in any way it's ending us or it's finishing the business. So keep in mind that it's good this is happening for long-term solutions and more sustainable solutions. And add to that, you have to know that we're made of the right things. And I mean we, as all of us collectively, on the company side, yourself, and whoever is involved and engaged. As just Brother Red here said, how engaged you are. I am actually pleased myself to see how people are paying attention and engaged. For example, that survey about the product prioritization, I'm very pleased to see, wow, they really know, they are pretty much well aware of what's happening. So collectively, okay, we're made of gold. Okay, we're made of the right things. We are made of good characters. And I want to say something. Tough times are good, are healthy, because they don't just,
Get
you
out
know,
while you can.
reveal who you are, but also they teach you to have higher and bigger stamina and more endorsement and more in endorsing to and enduring more challenges. Okay, so we have to go through that through that training and that exercise. So all in all, we are not giving up, and we will never give up. And I'm going to go back to the very basics. My name is Ash Mufareh, and I was born to do something good for humanity. I was born to make a good difference. I was born to make a good change. I guarantee that. I know it's going to happen at any cost, at any time, no matter how long it takes, no matter what it takes, what's the sacrifice. This is the end result. So don't pay attention to the way. It could be slippery, it could be muddy sometimes. Okay. But we need to focus on the direction, the intention, the character, and where we're going. That's what matters the most. Uh, so
Right, Violet?
I need to give you an update. We miss Connect for sure. I can tell you that our team is doing everything in their ability to bring this back uh, as
Yeah, because it's
quickly as
gone,
possible
right?
without further delay. it, it it is taking time, no problem, but it will be solved. Okay, um, it's just a matter of time. So rest assured, we are gonna work out a resolution to this. On the other hand, I need to go back to that topic of prioritizing things. And brother Chris mentioned this. Uh, you know, you're not seeing what's happening on the surface to the public by design, because we've learned we don't want to beat ourselves with our words. Okay, so we have to be pre- prepared when we announce something. It is critical that it is perfectly aligned
Wait until
with
you get your
what's
director's
available, okay,
bar.
in reality. So for transparency, for integrity, for accuracy, we cannot say exactly what's happening in detail. Some might be frightening, okay, and not pleasant. But who said the journey of of making something that is a life changing, like Onpassive, will be just a walk in the park, or will be a slam dunk done deal without any sacrifice or without any pain? That is necessary. That is the sign of success, and we are not in any way
What?
going
What kind of
away
a
or
cult?
life-threatening thing. It's just some hiccups, some boundaries, some uh, obstacles on the way, but we will get through this. Okay. Now, behind this jam, there are other good things bubbling. Okay. So it is realistic for you to expect that eruption, okay, to happen. Just once we burst out, oh, so this has been, kind of like
What?
stuck behind that wall, whatever it is,
You're rambling again.
and then all of a sudden it will just explode in a good way. So this is realistic to think that way. And I want to thank you for your participation and quickly and so rightfully, so intelligently in that survey about what products you believe they would make more impact, we should put first, second, third, all of that. And that's the reason why we're kind of like,
Ding ding,
I would
Lamar.
say, rearranging, okay, the structure and the direction to be as effective as possible. So that's what I wanted to say today. To put this in short, if you missed anything I said, and I want to just say something right now. Yes,
It's over. Get out.
company went through some challenges, some obstacles, not the easiest task to accomplish, but we are up to the challenge and we are working really as hard as possible to get through this. At the same time,
Aw.
whatever we're working on, we know for sure is going to please you. But unfortunately, we cannot say that.
Hashtag not my
So, out
CEO.
of respect, if you're thinking or speculating, oh, there's something is not right here, okay, or something is happening, I'm so honest with you. I'm talking to you as a brother, okay, from my heart, okay. You're right. Things are not,
It's dark,
as
cold,
they should be,
black.
or and
Scammer's
and a
heart.
big portion of it we cannot say what it is. But in the meantime, we are this is all I have for my life, okay. I pledge, I can guarantee you from my side, you're going to be pleased about the outcome regardless of how and which and this and that. Don't be buried by the details, all right. Focus on, we're going to take you to a better place than you are, okay, where you are now, and whatever you think it is. So rest assured, we're just about to experience the good of our journey.
That's what I'm hearing, Mark.
The last thing I want to say,
He has 40 other businesses ready to go.
get off track now, or of this energy. I'm going to bring up
Yeah,
something
Ash
more
owns like
promising. I'm
40
going to show you the light,
LLCs here.
but also without the specific, for the same reason, without a name at least. But I'm going to give you something. One big thing about uh, technology as of now, okay, the evolution and transformation of artificial intelligence, which is touching so many aspects and sectors of our life. What brought me to where we are now in technology is my passion for marketing and for technology. For many years, for decades, I've been on this path of learning and engaged, involved in technologies, systems, uh, and perhaps,
Looks like he's gonna
marketing.
cry.
Uh, One of the things that we often talk about is, what is AI and where is it going to take us? Okay. And who's going to get there first and who's going to be that, first winner and all of that. I packaged it in a different way previously, that everyone's AI is a little different than others. Your artificial intelligence perspective or goal could be different from the other company, and in the industrial, sector, or in the agriculture, or in the uh, say digital arena. So everybody's AI is different. Is it hardware? Are we talking about the robotic? Are we talking about the monetization of the data? Are we talking about education? What? Okay, in which way? the bad news is not going to be just one, or one is going to dominate and one is just going to win and crush it. Okay. The good news, everybody can get to where they want to go without damaging and hindering the other's objective. But there's one thing, if you nail it, you definitely can own so much and you can really be ahead of the game, which is uh, being involved in marketing for many, 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 many years now. Um, it was quite a big evolution from the printed publications, to the mainstream media, to the billboard, to the hand-in cars, or the stationary stuff, to the um,
What?
start of the dot-com boom, when I was pumping millions, tens of millions of emails daily.
Oh
I will
yeah.
tell you, at some point, I had marketing campaigns, email marketing campaigns, where it was just like booming in the beginning, and I had the ability to send out daily, every 24 hours. I set my servers, my system, to send out 80
Hey
million
April.
emails to data, day in, day out. Just set it up. Okay. It requires some work, some intelligence. I was able to do that myself. Okay. Obviously, I had intelligent people doing that for me. I just paid the bill. So what this allowed me to do, to crush it, whatever I wanted to sell, you give me that link, I put it in the blast, you make money
This is
nonstop.
sad.
It's magical.
It's like remembering the time when he was
At that
successful.
time was a company called Groupon, still there. Okay, by the way, Groupon, which is, they have data for the buyers, and people go to get discounts in America and all that, like coupon, but they make Groupon. Okay, so you get the point. So they have massive data, and they sent, at some point, I was sending out emails daily, more than Groupon. Put that on the record. So to give you the ability, then things
That's
were
more than
kind
Ash.
of like winding down and became more problematic. And then the uh, can spam and spam agencies became more strict and prevented email to get through to the recipients. ESPs, email service providers, they got more strict. uh, and ISPs, internet service providers, got more strict, more filtering, more all that. So it got harder, harder, harder,
You
harder.
might as
But we
well,
always
Chris.
found a way
Might as
to
well.
up our game so we can get through, and did that. Now we're in 2024. It's not the same as 2004 or 2014, just 10 years ago. Completely different.
He fails just
So
fine
what
on
we
his own,
did back
right?
then, which is incredible,
You really don't have to do
I can
anything.
tell you, it's it's almost dead. I cannot say 100% dead. You're not going to get, okay, but it's definitely not the same. So that era
And
is
with
over.
Joshua, like that
We got to
just sums
change
up
that.
this whole
And then we
thing.
got other methods. So, I think Mr. DeGarmo
Not
can
even a
go
hot
over
mess
through of them,
either.
because we come across, some common methods that we've used. Okay, then capture page and lead list collection, and banners and exchange or traffic. There's some, almost all of these methods and modalities are dead fatally. Okay, and
I would
they
stand
no
up and
longer work.
clap
They're
if
not
that
effective. So
happened.
you could put your money and time, and you're not going to get results. When I started on Passive uh, a, a few years ago, uh, we were in arrangement to have a couple of sources to basically give us by the click, to give us leads and contacts. And so we are, per se,
Wow.
delivering traffic, either by subscription or as on demand. And one of the proposals to acquire one of the companies that I was a big, partner in a way and player in their journey for about 20 years or so. It's a long time, by the way, and they are still there, and that but the effectiveness is not the same. Effectiveness and the scalability is not the same. Because of this, and thankfully to that gap in time between then, a few years ago, and now, made me rethink the source of leads and traffic. That, of course, that's a game changer. Because no matter what you do, you need audience, you need followers, you need traffic. That's the lifeblood for your business. So it made me rethink and what would be the alternative. After interacting and studying and learning more and more and more about artificial intelligence and machine learning and data science and the data, war, I'm going to say right now, that is happening, or race, put it, more mildly, it led us to reach, what if we apply artificial intelligence to generate massive amount of traffic in real time, but more accurate in a compliance or legal way? And you heard the saying, if there's a will, there's a way. Or if you think it's a done deal, especially if you're willing to work. What I can tell you, marketing at its best is done for us. That is going to be our game, like nobody else would have the ability for marketing because of the breakthrough that I'm talking about.
We're going back to marketing now?
I'm not going to be able to tell you the name, but in bulk, the race on AI track is going so many different directions. But to have that disruptive solution to what is the new modern marketing or traffic generating methods that we have right now. Technically, we're just talking about the same thing. You're going to buy or put your card with Google and good luck, or one of the search engines, okay? They're going to suck your blood, all right? They will take your eyes out and you bankrupt, and you might have a couple of buyers, whatever you sell, all right?
Is that what happened to you?
Many things, you have to rethink them. They have to generate unlimited amount of traffic or leads at a reasonable cost, yet more accurate, relevant, and something that is, responsive, which is quite the opposite of social media. You shop for shoes and they're just going to send you ads about, surgery to your foot. Okay, it's irrelevant. So, but uh, speaking of toes, did you talk to Susie McRae today?
Yeah, we had a blast with her too. Elbows, you mean, not toes, elbows.
Well, there's something about toes. Just check with her. Okay? So here's the thing. But one time we were in a live webinar, okay, and she was just like, I said, "Are you okay? Are you busy?" No. She said, "I'm just playing with my toes." Remember?
Picking my toes. Yeah, she showed her feet today.
She put it up. Okay, so yeah, there's something about her toes. So don't judge me for when I mention toes, I remember Susie McRae. Okay, but to wrap this up, okay.
Yeah, that I don't know what that's about.
To dominate the marketing,
Does she need some Fantasia foot spray?
take our journey to the next level. This is something I can tell you. What you're about to witness with us is not just a
Not
game
that we
changer.
know of.
It's a life changer. Okay, it's a life changer. Anything you do, you need somebody to buy from you or to follow you. All right, you need audience, somebody to listen to you. Okay, so we got this. It is incredibly impressive, genius.
Yeah.
This is something not
You
even
said so?
on the radar of so many big players.
Get her an OnlyFans.
And I didn't open that until I already know the solution, and we already
They're
got
not even selling those hats.
that under control. So
They should sell the Onpassive hat.
to be clear, our
People would
marketing
buy them.
and traffic game completely changed. So not only it will be unique and different, no, it would be
So it's not about AI now,
unseen,
it's about traffic.
never seen before. Okay, and it's just unique to us, like no competition, no other company, no other vendor,
Right?
no other provider would even have a clue what we're doing.
Oh my god. Probably not
And
for
I
a
hope that will give
thing.
you the impression is like with every hardship there is a good outcome.
Is there though?
That's all I wanted to say. If you want me to say anything else, I'll be happy because I have another meeting coming up shortly.
Susie with her hoo
And
hoo
I hope that I
would work.
was helpful in any way.
How was it
Always
helpful?
helpful, Ash, when we see you. That's for sure. To give us the
Feeling
updates
depressed
that you
now.
do. Yeah,
Fantastic.
and
He got all that out of Susie's toes. I couldn't figure it out.
I know, right? One thing's for
You
sure.
lost
I think
your
I
toes.
think you know by now that the amount of people who have your back, as far as the
Thank
founders,
you.
the real founders. I mean, that showed hands
Non
down
stop
over
they
the last
just
24
go.
hours out of people that are plugged in, that are engaged, who stepped up to the mark to put in the ideas for what they thought for the products and in what order. It really does show that people are with us, with you, with the company, and we are determined as you are to see this through to the end. We're not going to waver. We're not going anywhere, and we're with you all the way, brother.
I think about that quite often. To be honest with you, I think
Wow.
when I think of that, I say if I'm not gonna reveal what's
Whoa.
happening, there is a potential of losing the attention and the engagement of our audience. Okay, I think about that, and it strikes me every time I think about. No, they're not going. They're really loyal and committed. And then I start to think even further. What is the reason behind that? And let me say it. What I think. It doesn't have to be exactly, but you might have an opinion on it.
Oh yeah, early bird and real founders
One
are a
reason
thing.
is
Yeah, prove
people
your
are
loyalty.
more intelligent, far
That's how you
more
keep them in
intelligent
line.
than you think. So if you think you'll be able to fool them or tell them something and something else, no, they sense, they have that gut, okay, feeling
Oh
of
yeah?
there is absolutely something. Maybe it's not happening, I'm not seeing it, but I know for a fact this man, this company are really doing something
Nothing.
or working on something that will impact my life positively. That's one thing. The other thing is I know for a fact, and this is an opinion, but for a fact
They're migrating.
that others or a big portion of us they tried to venture and to have a solution. Because I would consider like if it's not
And they have
happening for me
problems
or
now.
I really want something but it's not to the pace or speed I wish, okay, I will be open for alternatives or
God, I
backup
kinda got
plan.
problems. I got
I'm
issues.
saying it quite,
I'm on
you
dick.
know, honestly. The fact that people are here, it doesn't mean they didn't try or they didn't venture or at least speculate and research
In a real
around.
place
Okay.
of employment, it would for sure.
However,
MLMs are big companies'
they
way
try
of doing
and
business
nothing is
without having to follow as many
clicking.
laws
Nothing
and
is making
regulations.
sense. Nothing is
Like that.
is given the results that we have. So we go back at least we have that integrity that we know is probably
Integrity.
more challenges that we wish or longer, whatever it is, okay, the turbulence, that is taken in consideration. But
This is
at least we
integrity. I
know
got none.
we're in good hands. We're not paying money. We're not sacrificing. We're not misled. Okay, at least that is the aspect. So they go, they look around, they find nothing, and they come back. So, which is good. So what it does to me, ultimately, it gives me even
They
a
look around,
higher
find
drive,
nothing, and keep coming back,
stronger
which is good, he
determination
says.
that people really need this. Okay, there is nothing even close or remotely close to what we're doing here, and that's a good reason to no matter what the price or the cost or the the journey will take, we are gonna do it, and we are doing it whatever it takes at any cost.
Fantastic, brother. Fantastic.
Of course. Well, thank you so much. We will be in touch. Obviously,
Wow,
the
thank you
places
so
where
much.
I
We'll
like to
be in
hang around,
touch.
and I'm thankful to your response. I'm thankful to your dedication, your engagement. I'm thankful to your patience. Okay, and of course your faith, your belief. And I'm gonna conclude it with the same thing we started with. Uh, the challenges don't make our character. They reveal who we are. We are made of gold. We're solid. We're up to the challenge. We're gonna get through this.
Ash, thank you so much, brother.
Of
Thank you so
course,
much.
that's what I do.
Wow.
And this is what you do. Yeah.
Things are not
definitely.
going well.
What he
But
does.
we're gonna
God
keep
bless.
going.
Take care.
I'll see ya.
See you
Bye-bye.
Bye
later.
now.
I'll just
Yes.
keep wasting your guys' money. It'll all be great.
No
Well-
astrophobia this week, huh? No
Oh,
At least-
great.
at least for a few hours.
Now
I
we
really
can
like
watch
what he said
them
at the
just
end there. That was some pretty powerful stuff.
Well, the other thing, when he talks about traffic like that,
like
that's,
what?
that's the heartbeat of anything. And if he's got,
Oh, when he talks about
got what he's
traffic
saying,
like that.
that's amazing to me. I was blown away with the 80 million emails a day to begin with. But I remember back in the early 1990s, they didn't have spam. You could just slam it. A lot of people tell you, I did this in 90, I did this in 2000. Things are changing every day, man. What worked a year ago just doesn't work now, So no, I'm pumped up. I'm been here 5.5 years. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't got nowhere to go. That's what it is. People
going
look for
nowhere.
plan B.
Real
There is
problem,
no,
isn't it?
there's no plan B, guys. Just let it go.
No.
Nobody looked at stuff any more than I did. And
Oh my
there's
God, get a
nothing there.
plan
That's why
B.
I'm
This
here.
is not going to
There
work
is
out for
nothing
you
in
and
the
your
comparison.
family.
Nothing.
And the
I'll
fact
All
they
the
don't
ones
tell you
even
what.
we
want
the
you
last
to is a
couple of
big
years,
fault
where are
sum.
they at? Name one that's still going. You can't. Nothing.
I'll tell you what plan B is, Marty. To make plan A work.
Oh my God,
That's
shut
right.
up, Red.
And if that doesn't work, I'm going to
You're a
plan C,
dick.
which makes both of them work. So
Yeah.
write down the alphabet. Anyway, that's all I have. If you guys don't have anything, I'm going to close this up because we can't make it better than it was.
Remind him one more time, Red, not to send you any more emails.
No.
We've got a few more people now.
Oh my
Do you
God,
want to yell out,
time.
thank you so much?
Go.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
overwhelming. We didn't even really plan that way ahead of time. If we need something else to be a little different, Julie Wynn set a beautiful
Excel sheet.
that we could use, but
Wow, that
we
took
were
too
already
long
off to the
think of.
races.
Yeah.
Red, because he loves me so much, was slamming me with emails, and he's still getting slammed, which is poetic justice. But no, thank you, everybody. No doubt. And I'll tell you what, there was a trend. There was a trend with everyone. So thank you very much. I mean that. And yep, but we're a strong group of people. That's fantastic. Thank you, everybody. See you.
Wow. Thank you, everybody. See you later. That was ridiculous. That was almost ridiculous. He did not say anything. If anything, actually, he said that it's all over and that they're having some major issues, which they shouldn't have with a website migration. Think about it. This is supposed to be a tech company, that is running the most innovative technology and AI products to help you run your business. If they cannot migrate smoothly with the help of both AWS and that DigitalOcean domains, right? I highly doubt that they're going to be able to then make products that are going to be high tech and run those smoothly. You know what I mean? Like, if this didn't go over well, it's just like foreshadowing for the future. The other thing that's kind of scary is something that we are aware of that other people, and especially O founders, might not be aware of, is that Ash has several different LLCs ready to go at the drop of a hat right now. So a lot of us are getting a little bit nervous that he's thinking of scratching this entire Onpassive idea because, of the SEC case. They're going to court June 2025. And maybe he thinks that he can run off and start a brand new business. You know what I mean? And that one won't be attached to an SEC case. That one will be essentially brand new if he gives it a new name and doesn't call it Onpassive. And Ash would think that he can then just continue on. The good news for us is that even if he does that, which I don't know if that's what he's doing, it's just when he comes on and he does speeches like this, that's what we're scared of. That's what, like, myself and the recovering Hunbot are going, oh my God, that's why we keep thinking it's an exit speech. Like, it's kind of, it would make sense for him. He's done it before where he's just been like, never mind, we're not going to call it Ash Max. Scratch that one. Let's call it Onpassive instead. That's basically what happened with it. It started that way. And you know how they say, ladies, you lose them how you got them? Well, oftentimes you lose scams how you got into them too. So it's the same sort of thing. Since that's already happened here, it wouldn't be that bizarre if he did go that route. It would be kind of the more intelligent way for him to go. Like, that's what would be expected of him as a con artist. It would make the most sense. And then he would maybe have an easier way of securing a merchant, and then hopefully would be able to start getting payments out to people. Because really what we want to make sure is that people are getting paid what they were promised, and that he is providing what he promised people he would provide for them. If he made statements that were too big, maybe, again, don't make promises you can't keep. You know what I mean? Don't come out here, promise people the world, go looking for people that are in vulnerable situations, insert yourself into their lives, promise them you're going to make everything better, and then kind of go, oh, well, sorry, we're having problems now. Fuck all of you. Or just string them along forever waiting for it to pop off in future. Like, don't do that to them. We want to ensure that people are not taken advantage of over here. That was insane. It kind of was, right? The founders are going to go full berserker demons. And here's the thing, is I know a lot of you guys are kind of like, okay, this is the end. It might not be the end. I know it seems like, a lot's going on right now with the website being down. So a lot of people are like, well, hey, everything's down. So like Onpassive is over. Do remember, they've only really had the website and the products for just over a year. And this thing's been going for 6. The first almost 5 years of this being a business, they didn't have shit. They had no products. They didn't even have an OES you could log into. So they're used to promoting nothing. So for them right now, they're just kind of all going back to their roots, if anything. If anything, now we're back to the Onpassive roots. And it did sound that way in terms of where he wants this business to go. Because now he's talking about marketing again. And like a year or so ago, year and a half ago, they did a whole speech about how they used to be about marketing, but then this thing took off and it became way bigger than that. So now it's all about products and AI instead of marketing and traffic. And now he's coming out here today and saying, we're going to be all about marketing and traffic. So did he once again realize that he couldn't deliver these products? And now he wants to walk it back a little bit and maybe just continue to work on O-Connect and what he already has and just kind of keep people happy with that? I don't know. I guess we will have to see, right? I mean, it could be. 6 weeks ago, Ash won this mysterious court case that was reported nowhere, and payments would follow 10 business days later. 6 weeks later, yep, he did tell everyone that they would get paid actually at the very end of May. They were supposed to get paid within days. All of June came and went. Now we're on the 10th day of July, and they've been down for 12 days. So lovely. Is there a possibility the SEC took down the site so he can no longer operate his fraud? I don't think so. It is possible that AWS didn't want him to run a fraud on their servers, though. And maybe DigitalOcean is rethinking things. I don't know. I feel like if the SEC did stop the website, though, then they would add that to their court documents, just like when they had the mediation and nothing happened. And they gave us like an update on that. So I feel like if it was them, we would have known by day 12. Like we would have gotten a message about it sometime in this past like 12 days that would have explained that they went and did it. But again, that doesn't mean that AWS hasn't pulled the plug on them. I mean, who knows? Maybe they realized that there was a scam running. I don't know how that really works. From my understanding, though, you would have to be probably really, really bad in order to have your website shut down. I give them credit for only being on Plan B. I would have thought they've beat every letter in the alphabet to death by now. They really have. And their whole thing is, you don't need a Plan B. You just need this Plan A, which is scary. Scary. Like, no investment tells you that you only need them. You know? There's no telling what Ash is thinking. Somehow, I don't think securities law was one of the reasons courses. What security law was one of the required courses at American Intercontinental University, right? Like, did they even go over the fact that you have to follow those laws? And that's the thing, is that he didn't take a business operations course. Like here in college, you can take a 2-year degree and you can learn how to run a business, right? He apparently did like IT. So he wouldn't really learn how to run a business from that, I don't believe. 4 months ago, when I first got into the Onpassive verse, every time I watched a 360, I would think, oh man, that was so bad. These guys are going to hate him. And 5 minutes later, they're swearing allegiance, right? Right? We keep thinking like, oh, this will be the time when everyone will like start to revolt. And then it just never happens. Yep, more nothing, more excuses. I will give him credit that he did start it off saying, like, things are not going well. That might be one small step in the right direction, because in the past, you know, because he's come out here now twice since the websites have been down. And the last times he came out, you know, when something's going wrong, he just pretends like nothing's happening at all. Like nothing's even going wrong. Everything's just dandy. Everything's going as planned. Just like we wanted it to. So at least today, he did make it a point to be like, yeah, this is not going well. Like, we're not doing too well right now. The big bad wolf is getting ready to blow down the piggies' houses. I hope so. Which may, though, 2038, right? Maybe that's what the issue is. We didn't tell him to give us the year. They screwed it up all by themselves. I believe so. Like, I know it sounds a little ridiculous, but this company is actually that incompetent where even if they are given all the resources to do it the right way, they still manage to go about it in the wrong way and then also fuck it up. Like, every single step that they have to take to start this business happens like that. And after a while, you got to start going, it's the problem maybe that it's Ash? Like, Ash is the problem? If a U.S. government agency nukes a site, they usually put a disclaimer up. Yeah, I feel like then the site would be completely taken down, right? And it's not. It's still technically up. It's just very badly formatted, as I showed you guys at the start of this. Like, it doesn't look the same. We don't care with your venting. No, Allie, you don't care about my venting. See, most of the people in my chat, though, they come for my venting. We as founders, we know Onpassive is going to take off when everything is ready. Yes, apparently it just takes you 10 years longer than everyone else to get things ready. We don't need your advice anyway. That's nice. That's nice. Like I said, I never really came out here and said I'm going to save all these people from Onpassive. But I do study cults and mob mentality. And boy, has this ever been quite the case study. Especially when it takes place right live in front of your face. That was insane. I like April's idea. All three just turn on him. Good content for the Netflix documentary. Create some drama, you boring bastards. Honestly, like, I used to have hope that eventually Red would be like, I'm sick of this. So I feel like out of the three of them, he's the least manipulated. He's still very heavily manipulated by this thing. But out of he, Chris, and Marty, I feel like the two of them are far gone, I still have a slight little hope for Red, but it's like every time I'm like, come on, Red, say something. And then he's like, okay, so that was brilliant. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Not again. They are all getting much shorter. Maybe he took our advice, like, not to ramble on and on, because it's worse for him in the end. The more he talks, the worse it is for him. Right? Did Ash give any answers at all? Sorry, I just got here. Well, he did start off saying that things were not going well, but that's really it. That's really it. Yeah, you were right. AWS could totally have a right to kick them off their servers. Like, what if Ash hasn't been paying those bills? There's a possibility of that since he hasn't paid his employees. We know he hasn't paid the commission as well. It sounds like he doesn't like to pay the people he's supposed to pay. So, like, it's not a big stretch to be like, there's a possibility he didn't pay his bill here. Right? It's like when he doesn't pay the bills anywhere else. Like, who knows? Maybe that's also how he lost the office in Singapore. Because you have to pay to keep up your LLC. You also have to pay, like, obviously for the office space. Even if you only have a P.O. box, right? You still have to pay for it. So, it's not that far of a stretch to be like, I wonder if that has something to do with it. Hi, Thomas. Onpassive is going to take off because they're hosers. Ellie, as a company owner, can you give Ash some tips how to be successful? He sure needs them. Yeah, go help him out. I don't know what a header is. If you could please define it for me, then I'll let you know if I am it. Recovering Hunbot's lives are going to blow away Roblin's record by screen time. Oh, I hope so. It's funny how you never see Ali and Ash at the same place at the same time. I did prove that Ali was a real person, though. I do have proof. I have done a video on Ali. That might be why he's a little salty. He begs for my attention so much. I was like, well, Ash is never going to give him attention. Marty and Chris are never going to give him attention. So it's okay, Ali. I'll stroke your ego a little bit for you. You keep thinking that, I know. I know. And every time that you get to the point where you're like, okay, this has to be it. It's not. It's not. And they just keep going like nothing is wrong. And you're like, oh my God, they've already drank the Kool-Aid. They've already drank it. Red is your typical UK Arthur Daly type. Wheeling and dealing and taking advantage of others. Yeah, unfortunately. Red has heard some exit speeches. How does he not recognize what Ash is saying? It's that cognitive disconnect. See, what you have to remember is a lot of them have trained themselves to only hear it in a positive way. So like Ash could come out here and announce something completely treacherous, and for whatever reason, they'll still hear it positively or like it's amazing. He could have come out here today and been like, well, the company's bankrupt, but it's okay, guys, we'll just start a new one. And they would still not pick up on it. They would just hold on to the we're starting a new one so everything's okay part. And he always gives them just a little bit of hope that no matter what, he's going to continue on. And I feel like they just want to hold on to that. Because the thing about Marty, too, that you have to remember is that Marty's team is with Dan Street and Mike Ellis, and it was formed before Onpassive. So he has a lot of people that he's picked up over the years that he doesn't want to lose, right? So he needs to keep them hooked onto something with him. Because then what if they leave? He doesn't want Onpassive to be the reason why they leave. Everyone knows it's not going well. Don't know why he felt the need to tell us that. Showing up is the only point of it, I suppose, right? I do appreciate him finally admitting it. I do, just because he never has in the past when things haven't been going well. I believe the last time he did that was probably his big I'm going to quit speech. That really was an exit speech for Onpassive, but then he got so much backlash he had to rethink it. So he came out and pretended like he was just tricking us all. He's done that a few times. So I do appreciate that he's at least said it's not going well. It's just the sad thing is, as you're going to see, is that nobody's going to interpret that this isn't going well. We're the only ones that are going to be like, no shit, it's not going well. Hang it up, dude. Come on. Everybody else is going to be like, it's going amazing. It's fabulous. He said, sure, it's not going well, but rock bottom is a beautiful place to be. Like, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Why? Why are they doing this? And it's because it's a cult. It's not a business. If it was a business, they would have left by now. Thank you, Elves, for being a member for 17 months. Whoa, wait a minute here. Any struggling should be based on channel membership seniority. Was it just his way of saying gear up for a long wait? I believe so. Because I don't know. I don't know if he'll start up a new thing or still try to keep this one going. Thank you, Jelly, for the $4.99. Thanks for the scam update. We will prevail. We will prevail. Honestly, though, that's what tells you that this is a cult more than like a cult of personality, more than even a commercial cult. Because they'll follow him anywhere. They will follow him to hell if he so chooses to lead them there. As long as he can put a positive spin on it, they'll hold on to that. Yeah, I can't believe he's basically saying they have to go a different direction now. Yeah, I feel like he's now like back to the marketing thing. Oh, I used to do marketing for Groupon. I would spam people emails. I was like, thank you for giving us that lovely insight into your past. That was one of the scams I wasn't aware you were part of. Are they going in a less server reliant direction? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe they're going to just forget all about OConnect. They probably won't even mention that Ash said it's not going well. Probably not. Or they'll claim that he didn't mean like everything's not going well. He just meant the migration wasn't going too well. But they'll get over it. You know? They'll get over it. Rock bottom is a beautiful place to be. Some BS Gina Levo would say. Probably, actually. I do see her saying that. The only reason he keeps appearing is because if he disappears, they turn on him and be on the SEC side. That really is all it is to keep them holding on, right? At my age, I'm trying to avoid all stroking. April was worried that maybe Red didn't avoid it. That's like $20 Canadian. Thank you, Mark, for the $4.99. O coins have just taken a big dip on the exchange market. UK pounds are actually better than O coins right now. They are. So is Canadian dollars, Albs. Yeah, Albs. So is Canadian dollars. At least we're up on O coin. O coin's below us. I joined a company where I don't have to market, right? Wasn't the passive in Onpassive meant to mean passive income? It was, which is funny when they're like, but then you're going to do marketing. And that's the thing about these MLMs is that they all want to make it seem like you don't have to do anything, but you always have to do a lot. Or a lot more than they make it seem like. They're like, you don't have to do anything, okay? The products sell themselves. They'll all be good. All you have to do is like buy your favorite products, use them, record yourself using them, share them with everyone you know, and before you know it, you'll be a millionaire. And then you get in there and you're like, okay, I like these 2 products and I'm going to share them. And they're like, okay, but we actually need you to make a list of the top 100 people that you know so that you can write them every single day to ask them if they want to buy. We're going to also need you to make at least 5 different posts on all of your social medias per day. We're going to need 2 of them to be personal and 3 of them to be business related. We're also going to need you to make a team, which involves recruiting people. So you're going to have to bug at least 10 people a day in order to get some people on your team. Then we also need you for about 7 hours a week for training. And we're also going to need you to train your team, which is another about 20 hours a week. So yeah, that passive income will come in no time. And it's like, well, I thought I just had to buy my favorite product and share. Now I got a job, man. I got a part-time job from home. What the fuck? And they're like, haha, I tricked you, but you better hurry up because you're not going to rank if you don't. And you're like, oh, yay. Yeah, it's just easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alves for $5 says, I'll buy all 10 of your O coins for $5 USD. Look at that. Alves just gave them worth. 10 O coins now equals 5 USD because Alves did that. I don't actually think that's how it works. Not directly. Maybe if it was on the market and then he bought them on there for that. It was passive income. Now it's just passive not asking questions, right? Maybe that's actually what they meant, right? They tricked us. They're like, actually, it had double meaning. You guys just didn't know the second one. Now you're in a cult. Look at that. Please remember to exploit your kids too. Always. Always. I mean, I was with Sensi and they'd be like, buy the kids' bath products. Show your kids using the bath products. Post your kids in the bath on the internet. Publicly. Make sure it's public. Get a public Facebook page. Okay? Take picture of your kids in the bathtub using our products and post your kids up in the bathtub. Publicly on social media. It's absolutely fine. We do it all the time. There's millions of us that do it every day. And you're like, oh my God. And I fell for it. I fell for it. I did. Me and the Recovering Hunbot have a whole stream actually where we talk about how I fell for the exploit your kids to sell products on the internet thing and why it's bad. Because my whole goal in coming out here and talking about those things, holding myself accountable for past things I did that were wrong, but it's also because if more of us don't admit to these things, and say, yes, I did that. I had a whole company be like, yes, this is a great thing to do. This is how you'll make money. So I did it, but it was wrong. And it was dangerous. And it actually put our family in danger, probably. Maybe people shouldn't do it. You know, we have to have people that have been through it, that self-reflect, in order to then speak about it. Because it took me a long time to be able to get over it as well. And if we don't have anyone doing that, then, you know, nobody really knows it's okay to take a step back and go, wait, maybe this is a bad idea and I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should rethink this. And then how to go about, you know, leaving and getting out once you realize that you're going down the wrong path and you're a part of something like this. And it's very culty and it's hard to get out of. Even if you're barely in it, it can be hard to get out of. Right? So try to use myself as an example of what not to do. Don't do it. I already made these mistakes, so you don't have to. That kind of thing. Onpassive webinar chat or emoji have, I know it's just all emojis and they go all day. Like Roblins was going for about, I would say the whole morning. Like I was up and at the computer. When did I finally get out here? Probably around 10:30. And hers was already like kind of scheduled and going for a while. And there were tons of people coming into that chat, all with emojis, all saying hi to each other. It was insane. But that's what they do even before it starts. I even had some here. Also, I think they're about as likely to see any commissions as they are to see Nessie, probably. Which, again, people aren't even asking about. Yeah, you got to warn others. Because there are some people out here that they don't think of these things, right? Because it does seem okay when it's all socially acceptable. And especially since mine was Scentsy. Yeah, there's still anti-MLM creators who buy Scentsy. So it's hard to combat these things because they're socially acceptable. You know? Like everyone's like, Scentsy is the safe MLM. I want to hit Illuminati when she said that with something. That's the problem with India, Bangladesh, and large parts of Africa. There's a lot of people with not a lot to do all day, unfortunately. And then they can just, you know, go to these webinars and feel very, very special. That's the thing, is that being an Onpassive, they feel like they're a part of something. You know, they have this community where they feel special. But that's about all I got, guys. That's all I have planned for right now. I want to stream the John White Shining the Light. I think that would be interesting. So stay tuned for whenever I can do that. I'll just randomly be popping on probably sometime over the next couple days. And I also want to take a little trip back to, I believe it's 2020, to see what Ash said. So I'll probably set a stream up for that, hopefully before Friday. But I bet you that that's also the problem with like PNG too, is that there's just so many of them, and they're out of work and they don't have much to do. And this kind of fills that void. It really does. I mean, that's why MLMs prey on stay-at-home moms. And you got a lot to do when you're a stay-at-home mom. There's lots to do. Anything. There's not enough time in a day for me to get done everything I want to do every day. But, you know, a lot of people that are stay-at-home moms maybe only have a couple good mom friends. So you want like a community. And then MLMs are just a whole bunch of moms, you know? So it's like joining a mom group, but that you can make money from. And that sounds really awesome to some people, you know? If you don't like the candles, would you make you insensitive? I'll see myself out. Insensitive. I like it. So, again, Ash didn't say much. I guess we're just going to have to see where this goes. His are getting shorter, so that's very interesting. I hope all of you have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your day. Take care. And I will see you either tomorrow or Friday, for sure. I'll try to stream in between, but again, it depends how life goes. I have some crazy things going on in my personal life, so bear with me this summer, guys. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Mwah. We're in it to win it.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call.
Hey.
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or sighing, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought out. Her debate was screaming at Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the questions about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them all morning long. It's not the answer you want, but
Yeah.
call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
All right, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune into crazy talking about your experiences.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.